Welcome to Verse Breakdown. My name is Ewaenruwa Nomaren, and the verse for today is John chapter 8, verse 36, which reads, "If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed." Jesus Christ was saying that there's usually a system that's around worshiping God that puts you in bondage. For example, when he came down to this world, he met a system of the Jews where there would be many traditions and customs that would be impressed upon the Jews by the Pharisees and the Sadducees and so on. And Jesus Christ told the Pharisees about this in Matthew chapter 23, where he was like, "Woe unto you, because you're hypocrites and you're always tithing and making people's lives hard." If you read Matthew chapter 15, the Pharisees were like, "Why are your disciples not washing their hands to the elbow?" If you also read it in Mark chapter 7, that was where he was like, "You care more about money and physical tithes and traditions and customs than worshiping God." So Jesus Christ was saying that I can free you from all of that. I can free you from the encumbrance that comes from all those customs and traditions. And if you look at the life Jesus Christ lived and the life he was trying to get others to live, you can see that it was void of all of that. It was about worshiping God, feeling happy that you're worshiping God, feeling grateful. He never mentioned tithing or customs and traditions or things that take our hearts out of it and it's just about physical hands and mouth. He wanted people to worship God from the heart, and in a sense that was freeing people from all that stuff that they were into. And the apostles had talked a lot about that freedom that they got. If you read Romans chapter 7 verse 6, St. Paul said, "But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit and not in the oldness of the letter." He also said in 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 17, "Now the Lord is that Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty." He was saying that when Jesus Christ is working inside us, when we have the Holy Spirit, then we will be freed from all those customs and traditions because we'll be serving God in spirit and in truth, according to John chapter 4 verse 24 and Philippians chapter 3 verse 3. A similar example of when people were freed was a physical kind in Exodus chapter 2 from verses 23 to 25, when God realized and saw the bondage that the Israelites were in. And then in Exodus chapter 3 from verses 8 to 10, he told Moses that he was now, spiritually speaking, coming down to free them from that, which essentially means he was now turning his attention to the Israelites. And then he delivered them from all of that bondage. It was put upon them by an Egyptian system that did not recognize God, the king not knowing Joseph, as biblical language would say, and God freed them from all of that. And in our time, the last days, we are kind of under that same system because there are many customs and traditions that have been ingrained into Christianity. There are many different Christian denominations with all kinds of tithing and holidays and customs and traditions that have been put into Christianity. And many people feel like they're in bondage because of that, because they don't really feel like they're serving God. They feel like they're serving spiritual leaders. They're just serving man. They don't feel that connection with God. And when we study the Bible and understand what God really wants from us, then we can free ourselves from that using what Jesus Christ has said about it. We can free ourselves from all of that so that we can serve God properly, and God can actually, in the end, appreciate our service. We can then use that freedom to love one another and serve one another, according to Leviticus chapter 19 verse 18. And also Matthew chapter 22 from verses 37 to 40. And Galatians chapter 5 verses 13 and 14. St. Paul had given us relevant advice concerning how we should use the freedom Jesus Christ had given properly, instead of, just wasting it. He said in Galatians chapter 5 verse 1, "Stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free, and be not entangled again in the yoke of bondage." The bondage is the customs and traditions that we find in this world, and the freedom is how we get out of that so that we can serve God freely. And that is where I'm going to stop on discussing that verse, John chapter 8, verse 36, which once again reads, "If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed." If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell because we make videos like this every week. And of course, if you have any questions about what I've said in this video, drop them in the comment section below. And if you have any other verses you want us to explain, put them there as well because we will check it and hopefully make those videos in the future. Anyway, have a great day and God bless you.